Hey gang, welcome back to the channel. My name is Keith and I'm sure glad you stopped by today. In today's video, I'm gonna bring you along with me as we cook up some leg quarters on the grill. You see me bundled up again today. Temperature, we might be in the mid 30s, but that's not gonna stop us. It's never too cold for grilling. If you know what I mean, hit that like button. So we're gonna cook some leg quarters up today, and I'm also gonna show you my grills over here. You guys seen me grill on my Char-Griller a lot. Thoroughly enjoy my grill, but like a lot of you, I didn't start on the Char-Griller. So I'm gonna show y'all the grills that I started on, or the type of grills that I started on, like a lot of you, and then work my way up to the Char-Griller and just give you the history behind how I acquired the Char-Griller and why, for me right now, that is the grill that's definitely my go-to grill and meeting the requirements of me and my family. If that sounds good to you, let's dive in. So we just got the meat on the grill. For these leg quarters today, we didn't do too much to them. We rubbed them down with some olive oil and seasoned them with some coarse pepper and some salt. So we didn't do too much to them today, but we got them on the grill. We started off with skin side down to get a nice sear on that skin. I didn't want to wait too long to get that sear. I wanted to lock that in early. So they're going skin side down right now to get that sear, and then I'll flip them over a little bit later. One thing I do to keep up with my cook time when I'm grilling, I use the notes section on my phone to put on, like I'll put a note down, hey, meat went on at 3:20. Then when I flip the meat was flipped at such and such time, and that helps me keep up with how long my meat has been on the grill. Because we've talked about this before. When you're looking, you're not cooking. So there's no need for me to look when I know if my fire's under control and the meat's only been on for 10-20 minutes or so. There's no need to looking. So that's what I do as a little trick to keep your notes, and I do it on my phone just out of convenience. So y'all give that a try. So the meat's on. Our grill is cooking at about 350 degrees. It's a bit colder out here too, so I'm okay with that temperature on the grill, because it's a bit colder out here. We don't have too much wind, just a little bit of wind blowing, so I'm okay with that temperature on the grill. So we're gonna let this cook for a little while longer, and when it's time to flip it, I'll be back. So we got our leg quarters on, they're grilling, cooking good, fire's nice and under control. So this will be a good time for me to tell you about how I started grilling and what I started on. So like a lot of you, this is what I started on, kettle grills, specifically the Weber 22-inch. Man, I got fond memories of growing up as a kid, grilling on these kettle grills, and over the years, I know I've logged hundreds of hours on these Weber grills. So you see I've got two, and the story behind it, this is my oldest one right here, and I don't know if y'all can tell, but I got like duct tape on the handle. If you open it up, like the bottom grade is rotted out. I think I picked this up with my wife and I not too long after we got married. And that 22-inch, man, that's big enough for, like, you know, for myself, my wife, and as we had a couple kids, it got the job done. But then as our family started to grow, we had more children. I picked up a second Weber 22-inch grill. So whenever I grilled for the family, I'd be working at two grills at the same time, have two chimney starters going, trying to manage two fires. So that's what I was doing a number of years, until a family member a few years back blessed us with the Char-Griller, and that's how I came into the Char-Griller. And when I first got it, it's like I would try it here and there, but this was my comfort zone, my Weber, so I ain't really mess with it too much, you know. fire was burning a little hot, so I would go back to my 2 grills, but it just took so much work to try to manage 2 fires and work 2 grills. I said, you know what, I'm gonna put some time in on this Char-Griller. I'm gonna work it out and try to get better at this grill. And we've had this for gotta be at least over 3 years now, my Char-Griller. And I got it dialed in. And this is my go-to grill that I use. I may fire up the Webers when I'm cooking something for my wife and I, but with a family of 10, we have 8 children. To cook enough meat for my family, I need the surface area of the Char-Griller. And I remember at the time I was trying to find a kettle style grill that gave me the surface area comparable to like the Char-Griller that was in my budget, that was affordable, and I couldn't find anything. That may have changed now. I know market changes. You may have some other companies who are in the game now and offering up, but for the surface area, for the size family we have, that's why I use the Char-Griller. Bottom line. So it's nothing for me to fire up my grill, put on enough slabs of meat to feed my family, put on enough wings, leg quarters, and have it all knocked out in one grilling session. So that's my experience, that's my opinion. I'm not getting paid by Char-Griller or anybody else to share that with you guys. That's just my honest opinion. So fond memories of the Weber, definitely it'll get the job done, but for right now and the size of our family and our requirements, that's why I use the Char-Griller. So while these leg quarters are cooking out here, I'm just enjoying being outside. And I am one, my special place is in nature. That's when I'm able to refocus and kind of recenter. So I love grilling, I love fishing, just an outdoorsman. That's who I am. So you know, in the midst of a lot of things going on in life, man, you can have a lot of things stress you out. You can have a lot of pressures on you as a person, as a man. But it's important that you reset. It's important that you make time for yourself, doing whatever you can to recharge you. Because if you're like me, you're a husband, you're a father, you're a brother, you're a dad, father, brother, dad, a son. You wear a lot of hats. You have a lot of responsibilities. And you have to give, you got to help people, you got to serve, you got to make sure that you're doing that from a full tank. Because if your tank is empty, and you're not going to have anything to put out, you're not going to have anything to give to others, you're not going to have the patience, right, to handle certain situations. So it's important that you make time for yourself. It's important that you recharge and do what you have to do, not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally as well. I think that's totally important. And that's where grilling helps me. Grilling is something that I do not only to serve my family and to provide a meal for my family, but it's relaxing to me. To be outside, to smell that smoke, to be able to get with that grill on that given day and the challenge of taming it and controlling that fire, and the satisfaction on my family's face when they bite into that piece of meat and they look at me and it's like, Daddy, oh, that's good. Or my wife looks at me and it's like, oh, that's delicious. That's fulfilling to me. And it's a way that I can use my skills, my abilities to serve my family. So y'all keep that in mind. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. That's going to wrap up today's grilling session as we put on some leg quarters, and I also shared with you my story on the grills that I use and how I transitioned over to the Char-Griller. I'd like to hear your story though. When did you start grilling? Like me, did you grill as a child, or maybe you discovered grilling later on in your life? And what grills do you have fond memories of? I mentioned what I started with, but maybe you have a different experience, and I love to hear your story. So make sure to drop me some comments down below. If you want to check out my other grilling videos, I'll drop some cards up above, and I'll drop some links down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, hit that subscribe button and click that bell so anytime we drop a new video, you'll be the first to know. Hit that like button and leave me some comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you're interested in any of the products we used in today's video, we'll leave some links down below. Hope you have an awesome day, and thanks for watching.